Hello and welcome back to Fanboys of Gaming Daily Podcast. My name is Christopher. I'm here with Mike. Say hi, Mike.
Hello, I'm Michael.
And we have a very special podcast today. We're going to be talking about someone who helped change the gaming industry forever, and that's late Nintendo president Satoru Iwata, who died of cancer at age 55.
Yes, he unfortunately passed away yesterday, and Nintendo had put out the news, I think, this morning.
Now, whether you like Nintendo games or not, if you know your game history, Nintendo was responsible for bringing video games back to life after its market crash so many years ago. So,
And it brought in the
and
consoles.
it brought in the console. So, in a way, we owe Nintendo for the Xbox, for the PlayStation, because for all we know, those may not exist today
Hmm.
if Nintendo wouldn't have been there to lift him up. So, we're just going to be talking a little bit about some of his accomplishments, some of the things that he's done to make the gaming world better. Right, Mike?
Yeah, he was on a lot of projects, and he was with Nintendo in the 80s. So he had been with them for a good 20, 30 years before he got promoted in 2002 to CEO. And he had been with them for 20 years, and he had already helped make a bunch of games. He helped make uh, a couple of Kirby's. He helped make Mario Karts. He helped make a couple Mario games, and he helped with the decision making for the GameCube. He helped make decision making for the Wii, the Wii U. So he was very active in his company. He wasn't one of those CEOs that just kind of like sat around on his ass and didn't really do anything. He was actually involved with his company and cared about what happened with it.
You can tell this because his sickness took a turn for the worst, and that was why he wasn't at E3.
Hmm.
But as we've discussed already, the branded emulator for your games that will be coming to your phones was also partially a decision made by him. So up
Hmm.
into his final days, his final months working for Nintendo, he used those days to make a difference for gamers. So whether you like Nintendo or not, whether you're a diehard Xbox fan or PlayStation to the end, you do have to realize that this man is responsible for a lot of great things for gamers.
Mm. He is a good guy. He did a lot of good stuff, and he, like I said, he cared about a lot of stuff, and a lot of people in the gaming community had respect for him. Um, Hell, PlayStation tweeted out this morning, "Thank you for everything, Mr. Iwata." Phil Spencer tweeted out, "Sad day for Iwata-san's family, friends, and gamers everywhere. His passion, creativity, and leadership elevated our industry." So it's everybody, at least people that knew him intimately or knew him from meeting him and spending a decent amount of time with him, all had positive things to say about him. Nobody had said anything negative about him. Now, the business side of Nintendo doesn't was not what we're talking about today, and but his decision making in Nintendo and the things he did for people and how much he cared about his company and cared about the products, it just showed how much he actually gave a crap, which is amazing. That's why people had a lot of respect for him. Besides him being just, from what I've read, a very warming, respectful person, somebody you want to respect. Somebody that just kind of commanded your respect, but out of being a kind-hearted person, not being authoritarian.
Oh yeah, even Xbox's Major Nelson made a point to make a dedication to Mr. Iwata, as did Bungie as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even sure how much work Bungie's even done with Nintendo.
None,
Just
as far as I know.
exactly, just goes to show that even people that didn't even work with Nintendo realized how much this man did for them. Like Mike said, he was only CEO since 2002. So he wasn't just sitting in a desk chair before that. Since the 80s, he was working hard on these games that we love. You know, even if it may not be your Grand Theft Auto, but I can tell you, I got Mario Kart for my Wii U right behind me. I've got, you know, a lot of games that wouldn't have been made possible without Satoru Iwata.
Yeah, Mario Kart Double Dash, one of the best games on the GameCube. The game's awesome.
Yep. Double Dash, oh my gosh. I thought Mario Kart Now raged me out. Double Dash raged me
The
out.
Double Dash was a special game. It was a different twist,
It was a very
and he
different
was one of
twist.
the people that helped brought that thing to life. So, and I don't know. It's saddening because my girlfriend actually had mentioned it to me probably a couple hours before we had started recording. She's like, the president from Nintendo died, and I was like, no. I was like, how is he dead? He was perfectly fine yesterday. I was like, you're kidding me. There's got to be like some satire article or some bullshit. And then as I go to do it, look it up and stuff later tonight, I'm like, holy shit, he's actually dead. It was like,
Yeah,
it was super surprising to me.
it took a lot of people by surprise. My girlfriend also had given me the heads up that he had passed, and even then, I was so shocked by his age.
Yeah,
Um,
he was young. 55,
and
55 to die is pretty young. We expect people to
yeah,
die at like 80, 90, things like
oh
that.
yeah.
Not an active CEO at 55.
And just goes to show, until Kayla alerted me, I didn't even know that he had cancer because he had his online web series, Iwata Asks.
Hmm.
He was, like Mike said, he was just a very active CEO. For me, for someone who didn't exactly look in, I'm not sitting on my computer, following around the life of Satoru Iwata every day, so I had no idea that he was even sickly. Um, I'm pretty sure not many people, aside from people that were really in depth on situations at Nintendo, were even aware that he was and had no hint that he was for how active he was. I said was a lot in that. Just I'm babbling. Excuse that.
Well, we're mind blown.
Oh
Gaming
yeah.
industry's been mind blown today. It's just one of those things we just don't expect to hear. Because normally you hear CEOs are like, oh well, I'm stepping down. It's just like out of the blue, we're like, holy crap. And
I feel it just reminds us all of our own mortality, but it also in his wake, I feel like even himself knew that he did something.
Mhm.
He like you said, he wasn't just a CEO that just sat on his butt. He was active,
Yeah,
and
and he worked with
um,
everything. He was working on the NX, which we still know nothing about. So that says something. Well, I don't know. At least I don't hear about a lot of CEOs that are involved with the process of making a new console, and it's still in like early development. Like they don't even know what's going on. I don't think they have like a solid idea of what's going on with it yet. But like it just the big thing I guess I'm trying to get to is that he was important to the gaming industry, to everyone. He was a respectable person, and it's nice to see the gaming community come together and be respectful to a person for once, instead of going on and going, well, you're a bitch because you like Nintendo, or stuff like that. It's nice to actually see respect and people being humble for once in the gaming community. There's stuff out there like that, but there's not enough of it. And I'm sure if I went on YouTube right now, I'd surely find a bunch of trolls on video. And those are the kind of people that just,
they're not true fans of gaming.
well, it's
They're
not
really
even that. They're just disrespectful
I'm not.
kids most of the time.
Yeah. But if I could tie this up with a nice little bow, I would just say that a great man passed, and he will be missed. And the best thing that Nintendo and the rest of the gaming industry can do is just follow the example that he left behind him.
Hmm.
And I think that's all the time we have for today. Check us out on fanboysofgaming.com for all of your latest gaming news, and also join our group on Facebook, where you will find other fans of gaming. Links are posted in the description below. My name's Chris, that's Mike, and we're signing out of here.
And we'll see you next time.